Okay, next topic is the bathroom situation. Yeah, bathrooms here are shit. They deliberately buy these tiny little toilets that are made for a midget, and your ass doesn't even fit there if you're from the Western society, because they're made for, I don't know, Vietnamese or midgets or something like that. And there's no toilet seat. You're sitting on the porcelain all the time, and it's wet all the time because guess what? They don't use toilet paper. They use water and hopefully soap to wash their undercarriage when this is happening. And while they're doing this, the water goes all over the frickin' floor, and now you gotta wear slippers in there. You can't just walk barefooted in your own bathroom anymore because it's water and piss and residue all over the place. And then no toilet paper. Doesn't matter where you go, you're not going to find toilet paper, so you better bring your own, which I've had to do all the time up until now. And I was so impressed that Grace, the other day when we went to her testing in a different town, she brought toilet paper with us because I think she might like that, right? When there's nothing to wash your ass with or wipe your ass with. So imagine, put yourself in this situation. You really have to go, whether it's number one or number two. Do you know what number one, number two is?
What's that?
In America, we call number one when you have to go pee. Number two is poo.
Poo and pee.
Right, so number one and number two. So if you go to number one in a toilet here, which by the way they call it a CR, comfort room, and trust me, there's no fucking comfort involved at all in anything when you're in there. They have no toilet paper. They have a bucket of water and a tap and a little cup that you take water from the tub or bucket and you sprinkle it on your hoo-ha, and that's how hoo-ha is. Penis or vagina, both are called hoo-ha. It's just a more polite way of saying that. And so you pour that all over yourself, and I don't even know how do you get the residue from your number two with just water, because sometimes there's no soap, and guess what? There's no towel. So now you got a wet crotch. You're supposed to get back into your pants without drying. So yeah, that's pretty freaking gross as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, that's the situation of the toilets there. Not to mention that there's no sink, soap, or hand dryer or hand towels to deal with your hands after you've gone through this entire freaking ordeal. What do? You wash your hands in the same bucket that the next person is going to come in and do the same thing. So it's like sharing diseases or feces or whatever. It's fucking gross as far as I'm concerned, guys. You know what? I've never seen this until I came here, and even in our house, there's no place to put the toilet paper. There's a couple of baskets there hanging off the walls that fall all the time. The shitty tiny little toilet that you sit on, and it looks like it was made for a kid. And my wiener is always touching the bottom of it. Go figure, that's freaking gross. Like, why would I want to put my wiener in there where somebody just shit before I did? And the toilet paper that's not there, well, we have it because I demand it here. And then there's the bucket there. You can't flush the toilet. You have to fill this bucket and dump it in there, and they dump very slowly, and so there's not a lot of siphoning action at all, whatever. or whatsoever. And the floor is wet constantly. It's like a freaking lagoon in your own bathroom there. Yeah, there's a little hole there for drainage at the back of the bathroom, but the floor is not sloped properly and the water doesn't drain unless you squeegee it in or something. I really don't know. I have no answer for that. Looks like there was a sink there at some point in time, but somebody might have ripped it off and they deleted and completed, so now it's just pipes that have been plugged and brackets that are sitting there, and there's nothing there. So that's kind of crappy. So that's the toilet situation. I was really actually happy to see a sink with hand soap and a towel to wipe your hands the other day in what is that town that we went to? Bayugan. Bayugan, where Grace had her testing, and we went to Country Fried Chicken, and of course you eat with your hands because it's fried chicken. You'll never see me eating fried chicken with a knife and a fork. That's just for people that have been raised with a silver spoon. So anyway, at the end of this entire thing, I wanted to wash my hands, and I found a sink there that had soap and towel. I've never seen that here, ever. That's the first time that I've seen. You'll go to any place and they'll have a hand wash station, they call it, but there's no soap, there's no towel, nothing, just water. Alright, well, so that kind of tells you about the hygiene of the whole place. Okay, so off to the bathrooms and onto the internet. Yeah, internet, don't rely on it ever. There's Globe and then there's Smart. I've been with Globe most of the time. I tried Smart once. I was not happy with them because my load expired in 15 minutes. So I said, you know what, fuck that. I'm going back to Globe. So I'm with Globe. They're not a lot better. The internet connections are very slow. You're hard pressed to get a landline type internet. You're not going to get that. Unless you're really convenient to them. So you're looking at broadband Wi-Fi type internet. You buy this little modem. It's basically a friggin' glorified cell phone that gets the signal from the internet, from the airwaves, their towers, and it broadcasts it through your house, and then you can connect your laptop, cell phone, whatever in there. It's expensive, it's really inconvenient. You constantly having to get load. I have to get load every day, about 130 peso for that. They somehow manage to munch up your load really quick. I never feel that I get the true value of what I've spent on that. They've been cited in many spots where they just rip you off. They make your load disappear very fast, and then you have to go and get a new load and all that. Their customer service is absolute shit. You'll never get any sympathy from them whatsoever. Oh, we might have made a mistake, let's examine this. They'll just say, no, you're the customer and you're wrong. We have your money, so fuck off. That's what they do. I've been told that many times. And why would I ever want to spend my money on it? Because it's my only fucking option, unfortunately. I don't have another option. I have to keep spending money on these bastards when I know that they're greedy and they're ripping you off constantly. It's not like Shaw Internet where you can just, pay like $60 a month and you get unlimited download, and upload is fairly high, and the download speed is amazing compared to this. I was getting 150 megabits per second in Canada from Shaw, I get maybe 5 megabits per second here. An upload is just, I just said, I uploaded my last video. It took half an hour for a 10-minute video. Think about how great this company is. But they're constantly boasting themselves that, oh, we're the greatest. Oh yeah, I'd hate to see the shittiest one, because the greatest one is shitty. Okay, done with the internet. On to the rain. Rain is going on here all the time. Sometimes 3-4 times a day. Sometimes it's light. Most times it comes down pretty damn hard because we're close to the ocean here. So there's a lot of condensation going on there. But the rain makes it cooler, and it's great. I enjoy it. The smell is great when it rains. There's no dust around. It smells pretty damn good, and it's cool. And with the aid of the rain and the little fan that not little, but huge fan that I got on my side here, I managed to keep pretty cool most times. Okay, then we go into bugs and infections. Well, there's a ton of bugs here. What did I get bit from? I got bit from mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and fuck knows other bugs. Oh, even spider. It got me in the gut here. Look at this thing. It turned into a boil because every time you get bit by something here, you're pretty much guaranteed you're gonna get infected, and it's gonna grow like a boil or something like that, and then you're gonna have to squeeze the pus out of it for bloody ever. Bank on 2 weeks nursing that thing. It's gonna be gone in maybe 2 weeks if you're lucky. And any bug bite that you get, it's gonna get infected. I've got, like, look at my face, my forehead. I have them through my head, behind my ears, on my neck, on my back. I got a ton of them. My arms. Look, there's one. Oh, yeah, there's one there too. I got one on my ass cheek, and it was getting so bad that I could hardly sit because it's there. Sorry guys, it's I know it's a little too much information, but would you want to have that for the rest of your life if you're gonna move here, or if you want to come here and stay here for, I don't know, a month, 2 months, 3 months? Would you like to deal with that shit? And they don't have any medication or creams or something that can cure that or make it heal faster. It's always gonna take its time to go through the process of getting infected, pussing, festering, squeezing the shit out of it. Yeah, you're gonna be in pain when that happens, and then eventually, hopefully, it's gonna go away, and it leaves you with a crater, because where that infection happens, there's gonna be a crater. And I've had my girlfriend take some pictures of some of them. They're 1/4 inch deep inside your body, and it looks like a freaking volcano crater. Hopefully they're gonna fill in, and I'm not gonna end up with craters all over my body. But if I do, well, it's battle wounds, and that's what happens. Oh yeah, you're gonna get smacked if you don't stop it. Yeah, she's constantly bugging and teasing. Okay, so bugs. Oh yeah, bugs. They did that to my dogs too. I'm sure that's why Nellie died. She must have gotten a virus or a bacteria from the tons of fleas that she had from just living there, because of that other little fucking piece of shit dog that was full of fleas, and his owner didn't care, never treated that dog or take care of him or anything. Zach has had a ton of fleas on him. We finally got rid of them. He had ticks on him. They were sucking his blood. They were big. They're the size of a pea. You know the green peas? Well, break that in half and that's the size of a frickin' tick over here. They're humongous. Other than that, they didn't really have any other bugs that I know. I know that Zach, I think from what the vet said, that he got the mange. Go figure. So he has a few bald spots on his body because the mange makes your hair fall out and kind of looks like a nasty thing you don't want to have on you. Hopefully, he's still got a spot that just appeared the other day, and the vet said he's going to be here tomorrow to take care of him. And thank God for these guys that they're free from the city of Butuan. And they come to your house, they treat your dog, and then they leave, and they don't want any payment, or, well, at least we don't have any payment to give. And we're thankful that it's a good, what would you call that, pro bono service. There you go, it just came back to me. So that's the bugs part. Then rentals and landlords. Well, you've seen my other videos with my rentals and landlords, and I thought that this landlord was great and everything because he installed a shower for me the first day that I showed up. But then next day or next week I said, well, we have a leaking faucet in the kitchen, and he says, okay, well, fix it. So they're expecting you to fix any shit that's gone broken on their own property, even though it's their investment and they're making money off of it. So what I'm gonna do at the end of the month, when rent comes up, I'm just going to short him by the amount of the tap that was involved in there and my time, 1 hour of labor to get a tap, install it, and the part itself. There is one outlet here that's not working, and they don't want to do it. They don't want to fix it. They said, you live in there, it's your place now, it's your responsibility. Can you fucking imagine that? If this was happening in Calgary, you just go to the Landlord and Tenant Act and tell them, hey, my landlord is not doing his duty. And they would immediately get on his ass and get him to fix the shit there. If not, they would get fined. Here, that doesn't exist. Nobody really gives a shit about the people. They don't. It's just about your money constantly. That's all they want. Just your money. But when it comes down to showing you the benefit of what your money does, no. They just take advantage of you all the time. Why? Because I'm foreigner and I'm white. That's why. Talk about discrimination. It happens here all the time against the white. Go figure. Okay, next topic, poverty. Yeah, there's a lot of poverty going on here. Everybody's poor, everybody's gonna try to rip you off at some point in time because they want to benefit off of you as much as they can. Why? Because they can't get a job, they don't have money, and they have to survive. And that's that. Dirty. Oh yeah, very dirty here. Everybody throws their garbage and bottles and whatever in the canals.
Are we gonna go?
Wah, wah, wah. She knows it's true because we had this discussion
Until
before.
tomorrow, until next year.
Until tomorrow what? The light is on and there again.
Patayin mo yung ilaw, Mike. Patayin mo muna yung ilaw doon.
Yeah, the garbage and uncleanliness, well, it usually happens because there are no garbage cans here. The city doesn't actually post garbage cans everywhere. Like I remember in Calgary, there's garbage cans everywhere, and they have people that come and empty them every day. Or maybe if they're overflowing, they'll empty them twice a day. Not here. There's no garbage cans at all. That's why people throw their shit everywhere. And everything is plugged up with garbage. There's paper, there's cellophane, there's plastic bags, there's plastic bottles, there's glass bottles everywhere. And it looks like shit. Honestly, it does. Garbage pickup at your house, almost non-existent. That's why people burn their own garbage, because they don't know what to do with it. And then you got this burning garbage smell coming into your bedroom first thing in the morning, and it stinks like hell because they're burning plastic. And what do you call that? The white the styrofoam. See, I even forgot that word since I've been gone from Canada this long. Yeah, they burn all that stuff, and their foods and crap that they need to turn and throw into the garbage and whatever. So that is not good. Barking dogs. Although I've had my share of barking dogs when I lived somewhere else, over here there doesn't seem to be that much dog barking. It's pretty quiet as far as I'm concerned, so it's not a bad place after all. How about we do a different video, because I have to go to the beach party and I'm being prompted here constantly that I gotta shut her down and leave. So I'm gonna do a second part of this video of the other issues that are happening here, and then we'll go into the positives, because we have to balance it somehow. It's not a totally undesirable place to be. It's just that there are a lot of inconvenience that you have to deal with when you're here, and I just want you guys to know that you should be prepared about this and not come here completely not knowing what's going on, because then you will be completely miserable because nobody's letting you know. My job, because I'm here, is to let you know what to be prepared for, and that's why YouTube is so great, because you can find so much good information. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage out there too, but I don't want to give you garbage. I want to give you good information. And please comment below and let me know if there's anything that you might want to know about, something that I haven't mentioned before, or maybe you want me to clarify it even more. So have a great night. Ciao.